Hi, my name is Megan Lee. I'm a senior at North Attleboro High School, and I'm the co-chair of the Southeast Regional Student Advisory Council.
I'm Elliot Talley. I'm a junior at New Bedford High School, and I am the other co-chair of the Southeastern Regional Student Advisory Council.
Hi, I'm Kayla Maggot, and I'm the communications coordinator of the Southeast Region Student Advisory Council, and I'm from Oliver Ames High School, and I'm a senior.
So, for anybody who doesn't know what SERSAC is, can you give a brief explainer what you guys are, who makes up the group, and kind of what some of the missions and objectives are?
All right, so the Southeastern Regional Student Advisory Council is a group of students in this region of Massachusetts that fight for things that the students in our region are interested in. So right now we're fighting for student engagement, for school safety, and for student mental health, and advising the Department of Education what they can do to better those for our students.
Yeah, so each student, they are elected by their school, and so typically around two delegates are sent over to SERSAC, as we call, and as well as 2 to 3 alternates, also elected by their schools, and they are sent over to the regional council.
I think the main goal is that there's always improvements that we can make within the school districts, and we're just a group of kids that really want to make change and try and have our voices be heard. Yeah.
Right. So you guys mentioned you're kind of advocating for some student-led change. Outside of meeting as kind of a whole group, are you guys talking to state reps? Or are you going to say, what does that process look like with actually interfacing with some of the decision makers in education in the state?
Yeah, so we do have 10 delegates that represent the regional council to the state council. And so we obviously talk to the Commissioner of Education here in Massachusetts, as well as different leaders within our school systems. And I know many of the students here are speaking to our own superintendent today, Dr. Antonucci, as well as Ms. McEwen, who is our assistant superintendent. And we also have the students talk to their own principals and superintendents about their missions and their goals in succeeding this kind of change.
That's right. So we still have our delegates that go up to the state council, but also if each of these work groups that we have, because we have work groups on the 3 topics that I previously mentioned, if they find a piece of legislation on the floor that they want to support, they'll bring it to our whole group. We'll talk to our advisors about it, and then we'll say, hey, we actually do support this legislation. So we may send written testimony, or we'll do oral testimony if they do have a day on the Hill for that. So we do talk to legislators when needs be.
I think to make bigger change, you have to start small. And even just by incorporating our ideas in the school districts around us, it will lead to bigger change throughout the state.
So what exactly is today's meeting, and what's the goals and objectives of the entire group today, and kind of what's the agenda for the afternoon?
Yeah, so today is our second SERSAC meeting, and so obviously following our first meeting where we established work groups are working today to achieve and discuss their goals, especially with the new members that we have recruited. And so at the previous meeting, we had around, I would say, 30 to 40 delegates, and today we have around 68 delegates. And so the delegates are just updating each other on what they have done, and also just meeting their new members and working to create that greater change.
Yeah, and then after they're done working with our work groups today, they're going to go up to this big screen and actually share to us what their action plan is and what exactly they want to have done by the end of the year, as well as a timeline for how they're going to complete each of these tasks. And so that way we can see which groups need more help and how we can make sure these goals get fulfilled.
People also work at home, but you can only do so much of your research and studies at home. And by meeting in these work groups, we're sharing all of our ideas and helping form new ideas and just really engaging with each other.
You mentioned that this is an opportunity for the entire group to kind of meet together face to face and engage with one another. What's it like to work with a diverse group of students from a bunch of different schools from across the area? Is there a lot of energy in the room? Does it really help being able to meet a person like this?
Yeah, so there is a ton of energy in here because students come here and they're passionate about making a change. And so it is just awesome to see, I guess, rival schools, so Attleboro versus North Attleboro, OA versus Sharon, but really all of the students coming together to really meet together with a common goal and to achieve that goal. And so we have so much energy here, and yeah.
We do have a really great group of people. We have a great leadership team here, and we do have great students who are very excited to get going with this work. It is very great meeting with a diverse group of students because, especially for things like we're talking about school safety right now, each school tackles school safety differently. My school, I go to New Bedford High School, we do things differently than they do here at North Attleboro. We have door alarms, we implement IDs, and so just looking at what all of these schools do, we can see what's working and what's not and what we need to change.
It's really interesting because most of us have only grew up in one or two towns around here for our whole lives and don't really get to meet people from other towns that often. So just being able to be here in person and seeing everyone else's experiences and just getting to know these people from different areas, because every school is so different, and even just coming to different schools, like I have never been inside North Attleboro High School until today, and it's just so interesting how different my school is from North Attleboro.